So one thing that makes Real Broker pretty unique is that we actually offer our agents an additional stream of income into the businesses in the form of revenue share. So today I'm going to give you a complete breakdown of Real Broker's revenue share program, including some major improvements that they made to it last year and some fine nuances and details of the program that most agents are not aware of. So let's start off with the question of why does Real Broker offer revenue share to its agents in the first place? And essentially this is their marketing strategy for growth in the company. And they've taken their entire marketing budget that would traditionally go to Facebook ads and TV commercials and billboards in order to grow the company. And they're giving that entire marketing budget back to the agents who are growing this company one agent at a time. And this has proven to be an incredibly effective growth strategy for the company. And there are several additional benefits that you get with this strategy that you don't get with traditional marketing strategies. The first benefit is going to be for the new agent actually joining the company. When they join the company and name somebody as their sponsor, they know at least one agent in the company already. And that agent can be an additional resource for them. You can get them plugged into training and tools and technology here at Real Broker. And I feel that it does create a better experience for newer agents coming in when they already know somebody at the company. The second benefit is to the actual sponsor themselves. By being a sponsor into the company, you now have an additional stream of income into your business in the form of revenue share. And we all know that our industry has these major macro factors that have an influence on our business and sometimes may have to go a month or 2 months without having an actual closing. By being a sponsor and receiving that revenue share month after month, your business now becomes more sustainable and more secure. And revenue share actually can turn into a pretty substantial stream of income for many agents as well. The third benefit is going to be to Real Broker itself. Revenue share makes agent retention go up. The new agents coming on, they're having a better experience, so they're more likely to stay with the company. And for their sponsors at the company, revenue share is essentially the golden handcuff principle. If they're receiving $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a year in passive income in the form of revenue share, they are far less likely to ever leave the company. So revenue share is really great for agent retention for Real Broker itself. And I'd say that the fourth benefit is to the actual Real Broker community itself. Real Broker gives away more free stock and revenue share than any other cloud brokerage out there. Most of the other cloud brokerages have capped the amount of revenue share that they'll pay to their agents at 50% of their monthly revenue. Real Broker has capped ours at 60% of our monthly revenue. So Real Broker pays out a higher percentage of our revenue back to the agents than any other company out there. And this has a huge impact on the culture, the community, and the training that we have here at Real Broker. So let's go ahead and completely break down our revenue share model for you. So Real Broker has a pretty simple 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 revenue share model. So what this means is that any agent that you directly bring into the company and names you as a sponsor, you'll get 5% of every commission that they close until they cap with the company. The cap is $12,000, so this is a maximum of $4,000 a year in revenue share that you can make off of a capping agent. And capping at Real Broker is actually pretty easy. At a $450,000 average price point and an average commission of 2.5%, you'll cap at the company after just 7 transactions. Now, anybody that you directly bring into the company is going to be considered in your tier 1. Anybody that they bring into the company is going to be considered in your tier 2, and you'll receive 4% of every commission that they close until they fully cap at the company. And so this is a maximum of $3,200 a year. Now, anybody that they bring into the company will be in your tier 3, and you'll receive 3% of every commission that they close until they cap. It's a maximum of $2,800 a year. Anybody that they bring into the company will be in your tier 4, and you'll receive 2% of every commission that they earn until they cap. This is a maximum of $1,600 a year. And every agent that they bring into the company will be in your tier 5, and you'll receive 1% of every commission that they earn until they cap. It's a maximum of $800 a year. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you do have to unlock the benefits for your tier 2, 3, 4, and 5. Your tier 1 benefits are automatically unlocked. And you do this by bringing in a certain number of producing agents into your tier 1. And for an agent to be considered producing, they just need to earn at least a $3,000 commission every 6 months. And this commission can be in the form of closed transactions, but also rentals, also referral checks, and also for team leaders, if they're taking a split of their team members' commissions, that split will count towards them being a producing agent. They just need to earn a $3,000 commission check every 6 months. And so this is where we get into one of the big changes that Real just launched a few months ago. And it used to be that you need 10 producing agents in your tier 1 to unlock your tier 2 benefits. They actually recently changed that to just 5 producing agents in your tier 1 to unlock your tier 2 benefits. And this also makes it more lucrative for agents who are bringing on teams, because if you bring on a team, that team leader is probably going to be in your tier 1, and then all the team members are going to be under them in your tier 2. So they want to make it easier for you to unlock those tier 2 benefits and unlock the benefits of attracting teams. Now, to unlock your tier 3 benefits, you need to have 15 producing agents in your tier 1. To unlock your tier 4 benefits, you need to have 20 producing agents in your tier 1. And to unlock your tier 5 benefits, you need to have 25 producing agents in your tier 1. Now, there are a couple things that make our revenue share program pretty unique in this industry, and one of them is co-sponsorship. So if an agent joins this company, if they're talking to multiple agents at the company before they join, they can actually list 2 different agents as their sponsor into the company, and the revenue share gets split between them. And I actually love this idea of co-sponsorship for a few reasons. One, it is just going to spread the wealth out more. More agents at this company are going to receive some revenue share because of co-sponsorship. 2, a lot of agents do talk to multiple people at a company before they make that move, because it's a pretty big move for their businesses and their lives. And what we see in our industry is that agents get analysis paralysis. They get stuck. They had 2 people that are helping them out. They don't know which one they should put as their sponsor. They have anxiety about upsetting one, and it kind of delays them joining the company. So co-sponsorship helps eliminate that anxiety about who to put down as your sponsor, because now you can put 2 people down as your sponsor. Another benefit to this is that Real's trying to get away from this silo system that you see at other cloud brokerages. We want to have one community, one network. And with co-sponsorship, there's less of an emphasis on who is your sponsor into the company. And instead, our community is just becoming more intertangled and interconnected. And it really is just building one large community rather than a bunch of smaller individual communities. And 4, I think that it really has a positive impact on our culture as well, and really emphasizes collaboration over competition. I had an agent that I hopped on a call with recently, and they told me, like, yeah, there's also this agent in my local market. I was thinking about reaching out to them. I said, hey, I know that person. Great. I tell you what, let's hop on a 3-way call, me, you, and them, and we can all kind of collaborate and talk about your business and Real Broker. So instead of me having to compete with the other agent, list all the reasons why they should put me down as their sponsor, not the other person, I was able to collaborate with that agent. And now me and them are both working on trying to attract this new agent into the company. Now, something to be aware of with co-sponsorship is that it's not a 50-50 split. It's actually 45% of rev share goes to the first agent, 45% goes to the other agent, and then Real Broker themselves keeps 10% in that situation. And the reason that they do this is because you can essentially have unlimited tiers with this co-sponsorship model. So as an example, what we're seeing is that agents who have agents in all 5 of their tiers, there is a financial incentive for them to help their tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 grow their networks and hop on calls with them and new agents that are interested in joining the company to help them build out their networks. There's not really a financial incentive for them to help their tier 5 agents build out their networks though. And you know what they say, that every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. With the co-sponsorship, now we can offer our tier 5 agents, hey, I'll help you bring on that big team. I'll help you bring on that big agent. And all I ask in exchange is that you co-sponsor them with me. And so by doing this, you're essentially unlocking your 6th, 7th, 8th tier in revenue share and creating unlimited tiers. And this is the reason that Real wanted to keep 10% of the revenue share in these very specific situations, just so that the revenue share program is still sustainable moving forward. Another thing that makes a revenue share program pretty unique is that our revenue share is completely willable. And the person that you will it to does not have to be a licensed real estate agent. They can be a child, they can be a grandchild. And this is huge for me personally. Once they announced this last year, I went all in on agent attraction. I knew that this was the path that I should be on. My son has very severe intellectual disabilities and autism, and he can never get his real estate license or any job for that matter moving forward. So personally, the willable revenue share is a huge deal for me, and it really does relieve a lot of anxiety that I have about what happens to my family if something tragic were ever to happen to me. Now, there are some caveats and nuances to this willable revenue share program that you should be aware of. So how they have it structured is that you yourself need to be a producing agent at the company for at least 1 year for you to will 20% of your revenue share. You need to be a producing agent for 2 years. You can then will 40% of your revenue share to a designated person. Producing agent for 3 years, you can will 60%. Producing agent for 4 years, you can will 80%. If you're a producing agent for 5 years, you can then will 100% of your revenue share to a child, a grandchild, a spouse in perpetuity. So the goal obviously for many is to have at least a 5-year career as a producing agent here at Real Broker. Now there are a couple of fees and caveats, so overall revenue share program you should be aware of as well. First off, there is a $175 revenue participation fee a year, and this gets taken out of your first revenue share check every single year. And also there is a 1.2% processing fee on all the revenue share that you receive as well. And I actually like that they structured it this way. Obviously this goes towards the admin costs and the processing of your rev share. And with this model, the agents who don't receive rev share, they're not covering the cost of the agents who do receive rev share. Another thing that you need to be aware of is that for you yourself to receive revenue share at Real Broker, you need to be a producing agent. And these are going to be the exact same requirements for you as for the producing agent status for the purpose of unlocking tiers. So you yourself need to earn at least a $3,000 commission every 6 months in order for you to be considered a producing agent and be eligible to receive revenue share. And as a producing agent who actually works with clients, I love that we have this requirement. We are a company of producing agents. We don't want full-time multi-level marketing experts who have never sold a home in their life coming into our industry and just recruiting full-time. We want to be a company of producing agents. Now, with this requirement though, Real also has a retirement plan, so you don't have to be a producing agent indefinitely. And it's very similar to their willable revenue share program, except it starts at 3 years. So if you're a producing agent for at least 3 years, you can step out of production and receive 60% of your rev share indefinitely. If you're a producing agent for at least 4 years, step out of production and get 80% of your rev share. If you're a producing agent for at least 5 years at the company, you can step out of production and receive 100% of your rev share in perpetuity. So look, if you think that Real Broker may be a good fit for you and your business, I'd love to have a conversation with you. I have a link down in the description below where you can schedule a one-on-one video call with myself, talk to you more about your business, talk to you about Real, see if it'd be a good fit or not. And if you haven't seen my 2024 complete breakdown of Real Broker video, you can check that out right here. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you.